All right, so now for today, we are doing the vocabulary on page 12 and 13 in our interactive notebook. A couple things that you guys are going to need for this is our straight edge, which we're using a ID card, which works really good, and we have our compasses here. So for this, we're going to go through and actually talk about them as we're doing the vocabulary. All this vocabulary stuff that we already done. So we've done these, so I'm going to ask you guys some of the questions, and you guys are going to chime in on what they are. So my first thing, I actually started by building on one of my 1.1. The first thing that we had was line segment. So we have line segment. You guys are writing this in there. Let me get rid of this. So we're adding this in here. So, line segment, my definition, it's a straight line with two endpoints. Straight line with two endpoints. So now we're going to draw a line segment. So over here, next to this, I'm going to draw a line segment. I'm going to call this one A and call this one B. There's my endpoints. So I have an endpoint A, endpoint B. Okay, so next one is going to be a circle. L-E, okay. There we go, circle. So I'm going to start over here by drawing a circle. Drawing a circle so I know how much room I could use for my definition. So I'm going to draw a circle, so let's go ahead and take that compass. Try not to make it too big. Now, you should have a nice stabby point right there. What am I going to mark that stabby point?
Point A.
Okay, you want to call it A? Very good. Let's call it A. So that means that this would be called, this whole circle would be called what? Circle A. Very good. Circle A. Because we label a circle by the center point. The point right in the center. And I'm going to draw a couple things for this. All right, that line that I just drew right there, the line that I just drew right there, what is that going to represent? A radius, right? A radius. So I'm going to put an R right there. So that's my next word, my radius. Now, definition for radius is, can someone help me with that? What's the definition? Go ahead. Yes, oh, excellent, right? It is the length from the middle of the circle to the circumference. All right, supposed to be changing out colors, and I'm not. All right, going along with the circle, here's the next part. There we go. A line going through the circle, all the way through. What do you think that thing right there is called? It is intersecting with that. Diameter. Very good. That is my diameter. Okay, so hopefully I'll remember this. So this is my diameter. Okay, it is across the circle. Through the center. Okay, so here's another definition that goes with my radius. Okay, now that I have this, I have from right here to here, here to here, and here to here. What do I know about all those radii? They're all the same, right? So I could say that all the radii are congruent. So I'm going to add this for radius. All radii are congruent. That symbol right there is the mathematical symbol for congruent. This one right here, like a water tribe symbol right there. So that leads me to my next word. What do you think the next word should be? Congruent. Radii is the plural of radius. Okay. So congruent. All right, what do you think congruent is? The same. Okay, so now mathematically I would say what? They have the same distance. Same distance, same measure, same length, right? So it's the same length. Okay, so I'm going to say has same length. Okay, and I'm going to put my little symbol in there. Here's my symbol for congruent. All right, let's see. What was the next one? Okay, next one's going to be bisect. Okay, we don't have one for this, but go ahead. What is bisect?
Split.
Split it. Okay. Keep going. A little bit more.
Center.
Split in two, center. But what do I know about my two parts?
Equal.
Equal. So now, then we
Split into equal parts.
two equal parts, right? But now let's use the math term for it.
Congruent.
Two congruent parts. Very good. Okay, so cut into two congruent parts. Yes? All right, let's take a look at the next one. So that one's bisect. Okay, now my next one here is going to be perpendicular. Now, we talked about this one already. What is perpendicular? Two lines cross, but now, can you give me an example? Show your arms. Like that, right? That's a Y, not MCA. Okay? Where they cross, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where they cross, but what do they form when they cross? 90-degree angles. Very good. That's what we're looking for. Okay? So, perpendicular is lines that intersect.
At a 90 degree.
Very good. Okay, we don't have a picture for this one yet, but this next one is gonna have it. Now, we took care of bisect, we took care of perpendicular. What do you think our next one should be? Not parallel. How about perpendicular bisector? It's the one that we actually constructed the other day. So we're gonna do perpendicular bisector. And we're going to draw one now. Do you all come up here? I got 2 empty spots up here if you want to come closer. If you guys want to come closer, I got empty spots. Alright, so we're going to draw this. So I'm going to start by, like I said, don't make it too big, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit it. Alright, so we started with that, right? Now we're going to construct the perpendicular bisector. You guys remember the steps. First thing I do what?
Go more than halfway.
More than halfway, right? Stab A. Go more than halfway. There we go. Without changing the size, stab B. Same thing, right? Right? Okay, so now, next step was,
Where the line
Where the line
intersect.
intersect.
very good. What am I doing?
Put in another point, and it's gonna be point C.
Okay, C and D. Very good. So the next part of this, I would connect the dots, right? Do it. There we go. And where those things intersect right there, I'm going to call that one M. A little bit better there? Okay, are we okay here? Alright, so now we're going to actually start talking about that we just created. So we did a perpendicular bisector. So if it's perpendicular, what do I know?
It's the same.
90 degree, right? Okay, where's the 90 degree?
Right there where M at.
Very good. Right where M's at. So I put that there, right? Now, I'm going to show you guys the mathematical symbol for this. So AB, we're going to say that AB, perpendicular, okay? There's perpendicular, so my symbol will go up here for this. It's upside down T. Is going to be perpendicular to what segment?
CD.
CD.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the perpendicular part, right? That's the perpendicular part, but now it says perpendicular bisector. We said bisect does what?
Split.
Into?
2 equal parts.
Now what are my 2 equal parts?
CD, AB.
No, no. Okay, now, AM is my sandwich. Okay? It's my sandwich. I went over there to Jersey Mike's and I got a sandwich. Okay? So, I put 5 on it. That guy right there put 5 on it. And what are we going to do with that sandwich?
Split it.
We're going to split it. How are we going to split it? You put 5, I put 5. In the middle. What do I know about the two parts?
They're equal.
Very good. They're going to be two equal parts because he put 5, I put 5. And I know that if my sandwich is AB,
Oh, it's CD then.
if the sandwich is AB, CD is cutting it,
M.
but my sandwich. So how much does he get? He would get from where to where?
A to M.
A to M. So we're going to say that he gets A, M is going to be congruent to, what's my side?
BM.
BM.
Or whatever.
That brings up a good point. MB or BM is still referred to the same part. So I'm going to label that with these tick marks. Now, does that make sense now?
Yes, sir.
If I said we're cutting a sandwich, and now you said, all right, those pieces better be equal, right? I'm going to bisect that sandwich. Unless he put only $3 and I had to put in 7. I'm going to take more than he got. Okay. All right, so let's see. My next one is hexagon. Hexagon. Go ahead. What is a hexagon?
Six-sided shape.
Very good, 6-sided shape. Here's my hexagon, and that leads me to a next word. We had another one that had to do with a gon. Say it. Polygon.
Oh,
We haven't talked about Pentagon yet.
you said polygon. Yeah, I remember.
Now, polygon. What did we say polygon is?
8 sides.
Not 8. That's octa.
It's a shape with more than 3 sides.
More than 3 sides. Very good. So it's a closed shape.
Oh, yeah. So it's that. A closed shape with more than 3 sides.
Are we good? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, that's our vocabulary for today. We're going to keep adding to this. So on page 12 and 13, we're going to keep adding to the vocabulary. The more vocabulary we get, the more these 2 pages are going to get full. Okay? So now, for today, I'm going to have you guys do some practice. Okay? I'm going to have you do some lesson practice. So, let's go ahead. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right? Okay.